Welcome back, guys, for today's video. But today I'm recording video from the phone, and I took quick puzzle. Unfortunately, I cannot draw arrows, so I apologize for that. But let's see, can we focus on something else and not on the scanning? Like, let's focus on the candidate ideas. So obviously it's capturing, if we go to the basic, like bg7, rook g7, bc4, queen d5, pin also. So g8 is weak square, h7 is a weak square, g7 is to attack, to defense, and is a tactical weakness hanging pawn, especially a2, g8 diagonal is weak. What am I missing? Probably f8 square. Yeah, it's a little bit x-ray from my bishop to f8 square. We can miss it. Diagonal h6, f8, h8 square is not sure. There is some ideas with the h5 square. We may miss diagonal d1 h5, an example. Queen d5 f7, rook d7 bh5, something like that. But it looks not realistic, but h5 square is definitely juicy for the bishop, and for the multi-strategical play it's also good. What else we can miss? King safety. Yeah, the white king is also under some tactical tension. c4 and bd4 and bh2 at some point, but it's not a big deal. So the way he can bring pieces to defend is rook a8, so bf5 with the tempo, and or b6 and rook f8 are candidate defensive ideas. Also d5, if he can play, can be defensive resource, because after d5 b6 is stronger. Also, yeah, d5, if it can add more defensive resources if he can play d5. So queen d5 is looks better than other options, but for these reasons and flexibility, bishop can go to h5. What else we can miss? Like, notice the main question is, one of the main question I'm asking is, what can I miss? In this case, brain is looking for something really to notice, like, yeah, b5, b6 defensive tricks, like rook can defend g8 square, rook he can connect rooks, like rook f8. Also queen c7, defend f7, rook a7, and push b pawn sometimes, but looks not realistic. I bet main defensive idea is b6, bf5, but I'm not sure. Of course, maybe because he's up a rook, he also can sacrifice the rook at some point if he can defend the position well. And some points with counterplay, like c4, queen f2 maybe, but looks very dubious for me. Okay, let's start to calculate. If I play queen d5, bc4 simultaneously, yes, like two main ideas. Also bg7, rook g7, I should carefully check, can I still play it or not? Like, maybe it is possible. Yeah, maybe there is some checkmate with the queen and bishop pattern, like take g7, bc4, then queen jumps to g4 check, g8 f7, king d8. I don't see any checkmate pattern there. Yeah, probably nothing. But we must briefly check it. bc4 blockade c pawn, queen d5 blockade d pawn. Blockades. Logically, bc4 and queen d5 the strongest moves. Like, yeah, let's check what he does. Queen d5. The threat is obvious to take g7. Yeah, he has candidate moves like king f8, b6, bf5, active defensive ideas, and it's better to start from the active defensive ideas. bf5 looks dubious because I mean if I just simply takes if I just simply take, he's in trouble because I mean he even doesn't have material advantage. This bishop is stronger than the rook, so it's very dubious. b6 for the same reason is dubious idea, but maybe later he can somehow equalize it after, let's say, queen f6, rook f8. No, looks stupid. Okay, let's say queen d5, bc4. Keep in mind two simultaneously, and if he plays king f8. Then we have pin if we take rook g7, and we also have bh5 idea, and queen f7 checkmate. He can defend from c7, b6 maybe, c4 somehow connect the queen another way. Don't see queen c7 is defensive resource. Okay, or c4 and then queen c7 eventually, and nothing. So also, yeah, I mean the idea I missed, like, and this is quite amazing strategical point, like from the positional understanding. If you remember, I shared Karpov's thoughts process about the positional understanding, and which piece can I put on h5? Like, after I asked this question, it's becoming obvious for you, but diagonal, like, this is, by the way, so set I cannot draw arrows, so because I mean this is so amazing example of the scanning, like bh5 and queen h5 I missed from the beginning, because both of the pieces can join to h5 square, and from that queen d5 is candidate idea because bishop can jump to h5 and c4, and bc4 is also candidate idea because queen can jump to h5 and as well as d5. Yeah, okay, but for this reason I also need to quickly check bc4 and b6 pointless again for the because I think white is simply better with the bishop versus rook, and bf5 is also pointless, even more pointless. I can take is bf7, rook g7, af. d5 is looks nice, but it helps me to bring pieces to the attack, and there is some possibilities with bg7 also, rook g7 and queen d5. I can bring extra piece to, and it looks horrible. So king f8 seems only move again. Yes, queen c7 is the move, not the move rook d7. King f8 seems to only move. And then again I have pin with rook g7, which is seems not working well. Queen d5, rook g7, bg7, and simple b takes f7. And rook g7, why is it not winning? bf7, gh. Cannot be that simple, yeah. Should not be. And yeah, I still can just retreat bishop to d5 with c4 and h5 as well. Can play rook g8, and if king f7, queen d5, and then rook g7, queen g8 mate. But he can play queen e7, king e7, I mean. Yeah, without arrows it's just a little bit sad. And basically, guys, if you calculate, if you really do your calculate practice, get rid of the habit to name moves, it's too slow. Like, if you don't name moves, if you don't verbalize, your calculation is way quicker. Oh, by the way, guys, I also can stop this video, yes, and give you to figure out things by your own. Thank you so much for watching this video, and give me your answer in the comments. Thank you.